Bits of Life, edited by Smelik and Lykke, delves into the intersection of the biological and the technological, emphasizing the virtual and digital aspects of materiality. The title reflects the fragmentation and digitization of life into its constituent parts and bytes, encapsulating today's cultural fusion of biology and technology. The collection examines how changes in cultural perceptions are transforming our understanding of bodies, technologies, and ourselves, aiming to enhance media literacy to navigate these new configurations. While the editors note a departure from strict social constructism, the essays predominantly focus on analyzing representations rather than interrogating the underlying ontological and epistemological assumptions. The first section of the book explores the roots of feminist cultural studies of technoscience, particularly in Scandinavian and Anglo-American contexts. It includes a reprinted interview with Donna Haraway, a pivotal figure in feminist technoscience studies. Haraway's insights set the stage for the discussions that follow, highlighting the intricate relationships between science, technology, and gender. In the second section, the focus shifts to bodies and their representations. Celia Roberts documents the evolving understandings of the hormonal body. In the early 20th century, biomedical discourses conceptualized the hormonal body as a closed mechanism, isolated from its environment. However, by the later part of the century, it was reimagined as an informational body, open to and interacting with its surroundings. This shift reflects broader changes in scientific and cultural perceptions of the body, where the hormonal body, now seen as vulnerable and interconnected with an environment saturated with hormones, becomes a locus of responsibility for women. Other contributions in this section explore various technological interventions and their cultural implications. One essay contrasts in vitro fertilization technologies in human and bovine contexts, examining the different imagined kinship relations these technologies engender. This comparative analysis reveals how reproductive technologies are deeply embedded in cultural narratives and affect our conceptualizations of kinship and relatedness. Additionally, two articles investigate filmic representations of human life in an era marked by new genetic and visualization technologies. These essays analyze how cinema portrays and shapes our understanding of human existence in a technologically mediated world. The third section of Bits of Life ventures into the virtual realm, examining how digital storage technologies transform the performative nature of memory. One essay discusses how digital technologies alter the ways we remember and reconstruct the past, suggesting that memory itself becomes performative, constantly rewritten and reinterpreted through digital means. Another contribution explores the collapse of the virtual and the visual in the tunnel imagery, common to both medical technologies and cyberfilm. This analysis highlights the convergences between medical visualization techniques and cinematic representations, showing how they collectively shape our perceptions of the body and reality. A particularly intriguing essay in this section examines a hypertext narrative that exposes the constructiveness of cultural alignments between men and machines. Through a narrative that concretizes female subjectivity as part of a machinic monstrosity, the hypertext makes visible the gendered dimensions of our engagement with technology. This analysis reveals how cultural narratives and technological interfaces so create gendered subjectivities, challenging traditional binaries, and opening up new possibilities for understanding gender and technology. The final section of Bits of Life revisits and extends Karen Barad's argument from posthumanist formativity to underscore her agential realist perspective on intra-action. In our posthuman era, Barad's concept of interaction highlights the interconnectedness of entities, where life encompasses not only traditional forms, such as humans and animals, but also genetically engineered organisms that cross species boundaries, artificial life created by computer programmers, and virtual lives in digital environments. This expanded definition of life challenges conventional boundaries and emphasizes the dynamic interplay between various forms of existence. Rosie Braidotti's concluding essay in the collection redefines life in relation to death, aiming to decenter the human-centric perspective of the Enlightenment. Braidotti argues that taking death seriously enables a thorough critique of the humanist ideal that equates consciousness with subjectivity. By doing so, she provokes a radical realignment of conceptual divides, such as human-non-human and animal-human, which are entrenched in phallogocentric thinking and limit the realization of the body's and subject's full potential within intricate networks of interrelations. Braidotti's essay explores the implications of this decentering for our understanding of life and death. She contends that by acknowledging death, we can better understand and dismantle the hierarchical structures that privilege human consciousness and subjectivity over other forms of existence. This perspective challenges the anthropocentric worldview that has dominated Western thought and opens up new ways of thinking about the interconnections between all forms of life. In this context, Braidotti advocates for an ethics appropriate for a posthumanist world, one that embraces an affirmative mode of joy and recognizes the subject's continuous process of becoming. This affirmative ethics moves beyond traditional moral frameworks that are often predicated on fixed notions of identity and subjectivity. Instead, it emphasizes the fluidity and dynamism of life, encouraging an engagement with the world that is open to change and transformation. Braidotti's focus on joy as a fundamental aspect of posthuman ethics highlights the importance of embracing the positive potentialities of life. She suggests that joy arises from recognizing the interconnectedness and interdependence of all forms of existence. This recognition fosters a sense of solidarity and empathy, encouraging individuals to act in ways that enhance the well-being of all entities, human and non-human alike. The essays in this final section collectively underscore the need to rethink traditional boundaries and embrace a more inclusive and interconnected understanding of life. By challenging the conventional divides that separate humans from other forms of life, the contributors to Bits of Life advocate for a more holistic and integrated approach to understanding existence. This approach recognizes the complex interactions between biological, technological, and virtual entities, suggesting that all forms of life are part of a larger, interconnected web.